Plainclothes Day kicks off with Nolan and Bishop responding to a road accident, which surprisingly involves a helicopter and a robber. Two birds, one call. From here on, their training officers will be watching from the sidelines. No help, no advice. It's their time to take the lead. The Toes do their best to challenge them, but Wes sticks to protocol and prevents the first slip-up. Meanwhile, Bishop crosses paths with Detective Wolf, who questions why she backed out and never submitted her application. She explains that she felt her place was still on patrol. They share a quiet, understanding moment before he thanks her. Chen slips up early by getting into the passenger seat instead of driving. Bradford catches it and hands her an envelope. It's her completed evaluation, already done. While on patrol, Chen spots a man recording someone inside their home. She pursues him, knocks him over with her car door, and arrests the peeping Tom, Todd Collins. After digging into his record and discovering an extensive rap sheet, she reports back to Bradford, who barely reacts. After bringing Collins in, Chen opens the envelope, only to realize it's another test from Bradford. He points out that she missed collecting all of Collins' belongings, reminding her that a sex offender's van can often be packed with evidence tied to other open cases. They rush back to the scene, but the van is already gone. Bradford tells her he had it impounded, using the moment to stress the importance of staying alert to her surroundings. Later, Chen responds to a call where a woman complains about her neighbor's dog. She soon discovers the man is being cruel to his pet, and she confronts him, pushing the limits to see where she stands. Back at the station, Chen is summoned by Gray, who informs her that the man filed a formal complaint against her. As a probationary officer, a misstep like this could potentially end her career. Bradford decides they should check in on the man, but he immediately threatens to file a harassment complaint against Bradford too. They return to the patrol car, but then Chen notices the dog pawing at something that seems off. It could be blood, or it might be nothing. If she's wrong, the situation could go from bad to worse. Still, she trusts her instincts and chooses to investigate. While they head around back and open the garage, where they find the neighbor's body, stabbed with garden shears, Chen makes the arrest. Nolan continues his patrol, chatting away, while Bishop remains silent. Part of the Plainclothes Day rule. He opens up about his goal of becoming a homicide detective and wanting to prove everyone wrong. They respond to a call involving two men assaulting another. Nolan rushes in and gets tackled by one of them, who then tries to grab his gun. Bishop watches closely but stays hands off. Nolan manages to gain control, arrests the man, and then tracks down and arrests the second. But when he returns, the first suspect is gone, since Bishop, acting as a ghost, wasn't allowed to intervene. Back in the car, Bishop advises Nolan to stop aiming so far ahead and focus on what's right in front of him. Luckily, the suspect was injured, and they're able to locate him again without much trouble. Nolan and Bishop end up clashing over whose approach to patrol is more effective. Later, Nolan tracks the suspect to a local motel and coordinates a sting with other officers to breach the room. But when they go in, they discover the man had already sold the car in question to a new mother, leading to an unexpected misunderstanding. As they're leaving, someone at the motel mentions a woman asking around about identity theft. Nolan leaves her his card and tells Bishop he's contacted local law enforcement to handle the suspect, officially closing the case. During lunch, Bishop chats with Bradford about how their rookies are doing. Then she spots Detective Wolf outside. Concerned, she starts a conversation with him. He admits he regrets how the day unfolded, especially after what happened with his partner, but Bishop reassures. Wolf then approaches Nolan and hands him an arrest warrant, a gesture to smooth things over with Bishop. While on the way, another call comes in, but Nolan chooses to stay focused on their current case. When they arrive, they realize the suspect is the same woman who had approached Nolan earlier at the motel for help. It turns out she's trapped in an abusive relationship, and the precinct has already issued a warrant for her husband's arrest. Nolan and Bishop track him down to his last known location. There, they find the woman tied up inside a transport truck, being tortured by her husband. Bishop quietly moves to the front of the truck and jolts it forward just enough to throw him off balance. They rush in, take him down, and free the woman. West is pumped for his Plainclothes Day, though Lopez knows he's mostly trying to outdo his father's achievement. His day starts off rough. His patrol car won't start. Once it finally gets going, Detective Wolf shows up and pulls West away to help organize case files. Frustrated, West complains to Lopez about missing out on his big day, but she reminds him that the job doesn't always go as planned. Later, with Wolf gone, West meets a widow asking for her late husband's belongings. He sticks to protocol and tells her no, but the decision clearly weighs on him, and Lopez isn't happy about it either. Eventually, West brings her back and manages to find a workaround to give her a watch from evidence. He may not have broken any of his dad's records, but he ends the day feeling good about the impact he made. At the end of the day, Bradford hands Chen her evaluation, noting that she tends to second-guess herself. He adds that it's a shame he has to rewrite it because she ended up proving him wrong. Shortly after, Chen is called into the captain's office, where she's criticized for her earlier conduct. But, to her surprise, the captain stands up for her. Meanwhile, Nolan apologizes to Bishop for not being more aware during their earlier call, but Bishop tells him to let it go. He's not like the other rookies, so he shouldn't act like them. She reminds him that his empathy and life experience are exactly what will help him reach that detective goal. Overall, Plainclothes Day was a strong episode. With the rookies reaching their 100th shift, they're given a chance to prove themselves and are pushed into situations that test their independence. Taking the lead allows them to openly share their career goals, but it also reveals just how much they still have to learn about working solo. Now that they've made it through one of the toughest milestones of their first year, the question is, what challenges lie ahead? What did you think of this episode? Let me know in the comments below.